Why was the just price concept crucial for medieval peasants? Imagine living in a time when every can counted, and your family's survival depended on fair prices for food and tools. That's why the idea of a just price was so important for medieval peasants. It was a way to keep markets honest and protect them from unfair practices. Back then, merchants and traders often set prices based on what they thought people could pay or what they wanted to make in profit. But peasants relied on affordable prices for essentials like bread, vegetables, and farming tools. If prices got too high, they risked going hungry or falling into debt. The just price was meant to reflect the real worth of goods based on how much it cost to produce them and what the community agreed was fair. This idea helped prevent merchants from charging excessive prices during times of shortage or crisis. For example, if wheat was scarce and prices rose sharply, peasants could argue that the price was too high and demand that it be lowered to a fair level. This was especially important during famines or bad harvests when food was hard to find. The concept was rooted in the idea of justice, which meant that exchanges should be balanced and honest. If a merchant tried to cheat a peasant by charging more than what the goods were worth, the community or local authorities could step in to enforce the fair price. This helped keep social peace and prevented economic hardship from worsening. Think of it as a moral rule that said everyone should get a fair deal, not just the rich or powerful. Thinkers like Thomas Aquinas believed that selling goods for more than their true value was wrong and unlawful. This moral view discouraged greed and exploitation, which could trap peasants in poverty. When prices stayed fair, peasants could buy what they needed without fear of being cheated. During times of crisis, the just price was a safeguard that protected peasants from being pushed into even worse poverty. It was also a way for them to challenge unfair practices by landlords or merchants who tried to raise prices unfairly. When peasants saw prices rising beyond what they believed was just, it fueled unrest and sometimes led to revolts. Overall, the idea of a just price was more than just about economics. It was about fairness, morality, and protecting the vulnerable in a fragile society. It helped peasants hold onto some control over their lives and kept the economy from spiraling into chaos during difficult times.